Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So a little bit of an explanation and a little bit of an apology on the rest of the video. So I had bought a new camera to use for filming, and no matter what I did, the video clips I did with that camera just came out a little fuzzy. Wasn't horribly bad, but it was just a little fuzzy. So in the rest of this video on the clips you're going to see, including there's another intro clip, you'll see where things are still a little bit fuzzy. So hope that's okay. But anyway, I'll give you a quick intro because some of the clips I could not salvage, and I'll just kind of go into it here. So this video, we're going to be doing these pumpkins. Now you might be thinking, it's too early for pumpkins. Well, no, it's not, because here in my area, my Walmart and my Home Depot already have Halloween things out. And these are more of a prototype for me to see what it would take to be able to mass produce a bunch of these and try to get them sold out there. So it was also that. And this one, I did not like too well because the bottom was not rounded over. I did not dog ear the bottom of it. I should have. And I still feel like it's a little too tall. It's kind of out of proportion with itself. So with that, I built another one. So a much smaller version of this one. It does have the dog ears on the bottom. So this one, I did not get any video clips of it for the video, so I'll just kind of review it real quick with you. So this one, the sides are there's 9 inches and there's 8 of them. The stem is 12 inches. So on the smaller one, the sides are 6 inches and the stem was, I believe, 10 inches. So that's the difference with these two. And again, you won't see this build on the video. You will see this one. So again, I hope that's okay. Please go ahead and see the video. And if you like anything here or whatever, just give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe because it really helps the channel. With that, let's get into the video. So what to do with all of this 2x4 cutoffs. I've even got a bucket full of smaller ones here. A lot of them. A lot of these came from other projects that I had built. Like I had a mobile miter station. I took it down and put it on a permanent station. And some of the smaller pieces from the mobile station that I could no longer use are sitting here. And other projects as well, just kind of getting a lot of different cutoffs. So we are going to make a series of videos. This is going to be episode 1 of different projects we can do for 2x4 cutoffs. And there's a lot of videos out there on these. Some of these I am going to be virtually duplicating with a little bit of my own flair in there. But yeah, with that, let's get into the video. Okay, so for this first project, we're going to build a pumpkin. It's getting close to Halloween. Well, not real close, but close enough to start making these builds. This is going to be a prototype for me. I will get it built and sand it down and make it just like it's going to be. I'll even end up staining it and finishing it to be as a pumpkin. But this will also help me figure out how I might be able to mass produce these and sell a bunch of these between now and Halloween. So with that, I need to cut these down to 9 inches, and there's 8 of those. And then I've got one at 12 inches. I will also have to rip to 3 inches wide. So that's what we're going to be doing. So let's go over to the miter station. So now I'm just at the miter saw, just cutting everything down to size. So again, the sides of the pumpkin will be 9 inches, and then the stem part in the middle will be 12 inches, and then we'll have to cut an angle on the stem here in a second. So now I'm just setting my miter saw to 45-degree angle. So I'll kind of show you here how I'm going to set this up. So I bring the board over to just on the edge of the other fence right there. And then I bring the wood up and then I just make a mark right there. And then I just keep going. And then again, it's at 45 degrees. And then we'll just now cut all the dog ears on the sides. The parts that we're going to have dog ears. And it is all pretty much exactly the same. And it worked out very, very well. and the stem was at 15 degrees. So now we're at the table saw, just going to rip this one down to size. I'm cutting the ends off of the 2x4 just to make it more square, and then I will cut it to size, which would be 3 inches. And then we sand all the pieces, front, back, sides, everything. So I sanded down to a 150 grit. I wasn't too worried about getting too more than that on these particular pieces, but there's a lot of pieces to sand here, and I just went at it. So yeah, everything got sanded down. And then I just wiped everything down to get all the sawdust off of everything, getting ready for the glue up. Okay, now that everything is cut and sanded, let me see if I can get a better video. There we go. Okay. It's now time to assemble. So I didn't sand them down completely. I am going to be putting some orange stain on the bottom half, and then the stem, which is what this piece is going to be green. So I'll have to tape off and do that stem. So, but I want it to be fairly rustic. This is going to sit outside. So I'm going to stain it with an orange, like I said, and then the stem is red. I'm sorry, is green. So now it's time to glue up. And I'll be using Tight Bond 3, which is rated for outdoors, exterior. And I've got a straight edge back here. I mean, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but I have a straight edge. Try to make sure we keep it straight as possible. Didn't quite stay straight. I think when the clamps got together, it slipped, which is very, very common. Oop. There we go. Again, not trying to make it absolutely perfect, but still it needs to be fairly on the mark. Okay. Now that that's done, we're going to set this aside. We'll let the glue kind of set up a little bit. All right, so I got rid of my towel, put down some regular old paper, taped it down because I have my fan blowing because it's 90 degrees out here. So the next step will be just making some of these side panels that glue them up now, makes it easier to handle as we get into it. So we'll do that glue up now. So I've seen folks use brad nails on these. I'm not going to do that. Wood glue on this should be plenty for what I'm doing. So I might regret that. I'll let you know if I do. Okay, and we will put a squeeze on these as well. Okay, and no squeeze out on that one. Set it aside to dry. Alrighty. So now this will be our last one. Well, last one on the side. Let those dry for a couple hours and then come back and finish assembly. Okay, been a few hours and now just going to finish gluing everything up. So it's all going to be eyeballed at this point. Just going to kind of get a quick look at what it's going to look like. Yeah, something like that. All right. So we will get some glue down. All right. Oh, need to get my wet cloth so I can wipe my hands off as I'm smearing the glue around. Okay. Glue, glue, glue. Now I'm just going to eyeball it, make sure it's against my straight edge here. Okay. Maybe I should do some brad nails. All right. Okay, I had to get some 2-inch brad nails in here. Again, I'm just going to eyeball it. Best I can, and some more brad nails. So we'll do the next one. Kind of get it glued up first. Just lining it up with the other one. This way it's... I'm gonna need more cable. So I said before, I'm just gonna use glue, but to do this side, I need to put it on a flat surface so it's nice and straight and doesn't wobble around. And then I've got to use the brad nailer to kind of hold it in place. Okay, now the build is complete. Now we'll do finishing, and like I said, it's going to be orange for being a pumpkin, and the top will be green for the stem. So that'll be the next step, and then we'll be done with it. Okay, so we finished the project. So like I said before at the beginning, didn't have the build for the small one in there, but the way I finished these was I just used spray paint. I could not find an orange stain or one that even came close, even online. So I couldn't do that, but here's the ones I got. There was this orange one, Rust-Oleum, and these were just from Home Depot, and that's for the green. So yeah, so that's how I finished them, and yeah, they came out pretty good. I like the way the finish looks. I was hoping to have a stain, but I only put one coat of paint on them, and you can still see the wood grain in here. You may not be able to see it on the camera there, but it's still there, so it looks really good. So again, I hope you're okay with the video. If you made it this far, it was pretty blurry and kind of shaky a little bit at times. Yeah, so I got rid of that camera. I got a regular USB camera now. So if you got anything out of this video, if you enjoyed it in any way, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below, and we'll see you in the next video.